Welcome to Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise. Gemini's in the house. How are you guys doing today? Seems like we haven't talked in forever. What is going on with my wonderful Geminis? You know what? I want to get all in your business, but you know what? We got to practice our breathing first. You know that. Inhale, exhale twice, and then shake it off so we could clear that space and clear that energy. Ooh, let me make sure. Yes. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Shake it off. Come on, Gemini. Let's make it happen. Let's do the darn thing. Oh, Spirit, speak to us on behalf of our wonderful Geminis. Help them to gain the knowledge and see the signs and listen to their intuition so their truth could come into fruition and they can sort things out and figure it out and know which direction to continue marching, because you guys are troopers. You're long-term thinkers. Sometimes you think a little too long, but you know what? You think things through to see what would be the best route to take. So let's figure it out. Speak to us, Spirit. Allow the messages to break through that are meant for our Geminis. Help them to see what is meant to be seen. Help them to listen to what is meant to be heard. And help them to decipher any messages they receive, whether they resonate with you or not. Hold on to it so it can answer more of your questions down the line. Come on. Come on. Let's see what it's going for. Okay. We got the Six of Swords. Woo. We got the Queen of Wands. Yes. We have the Justice card. Oh, that card broke loose. The Ten of Wands. The Three of Cups. Yes. The Three of Swords. Okay. Let's get down in the deep. Okay. Let me put on my glasses for this. All right. This is what we are talking about. Let me tell you something. You have some legal concerns, and it shows like the hands of justice are going to be in your favor. Wow. You in a legal issue right now. It could be purchase of a home. It could be um, something to do with legal standing with home. Could be eviction. It could be rental issues. It could be a move and getting out of what's been going on, and you need to settle everything legally. But I do see that there's the court and the justice system involved in your life right now, and you're weighing your options, and you're just done with this whole situation. You just want it to be over and done with. I know it's a debt that you have taken on, and you trying to make a move somewhere else. Has something to do with your home environment, and that's why it just seems frustrating, because you're leaving certain things behind. You're turning your back on people that never had it. You know, you're optimistic. You have power and authority to make things happen in your life, and you're making changes. You're adjusting accordingly. You know, somebody also that you counted on and thought was there for you was not. You you started to really care for someone, and they broke your heart, and it's gnawing at you, because in one sense you just say, I'm moving on. I'm not even going to bother with this person anymore. In the next sense is like you're fighting your twin because one of you just wants to move on and be done with the whole situation. And another part of you is like, he did us wrong. We're going to get our own revenge on him. And you all are going to have to come together and talk to one another and make up your mind as twins that revenge should not be the answer. Because the person hurt you and you really like them. And it's showing up, your heart has been stabbed, it's been broken, and you're going to bounce back and be okay. But it's just when you go through the process of things, whether it's good or bad, it has so much emotional baggage because it takes you through so many different roadblocks, avenues, highways, and pulling and tugging at your heart at the same time, like dragging it through. Because no matter how much you try to leave some of it behind so that you don't reflect on the pain that you felt, you try to bury it, and you go through so many twitches and turns and ups and downs. It's heartfelt, literally heartfelt. But you do get through it. It doesn't mean you're not going to hurt through the process, but you shall overcome this feeling. Even the revenge is going to go away because you don't need it. You don't need it. They don't realize it now, but you're actually their loss. It shows all the work you put in, and you feel like it's all for nothing. I did all of this. I did all of that. I put the sweat equity in. I stayed true. I kept working, kept looking and being optimistic, and still, I just don't feel like I'm where I need to be. Let me tell you something. Gemini, you will experience so many ups and downs in your life until you arrive at where you want to be. But do know there are going to be rewards around and along the way. Nothing stays down forever. When you settle this court issue and you align yourself with what it is you're seeking, you know what? Everything else is going to fall into place. There's so much when it comes to getting together. Ideas coming together, looking to the future, finding your grind with people that are like-minded, wanting more out of life and seeking it, following your goals, your dreams, and letting your ideas build into fruition. It's so much that you are thankful for, and it's so much growth. It's so uplifting because you know that I may not be where I want to be, but right now I'm where I need to be, and I'm not starting from the bottom. And that's why I say life is so transitional, because whatever you're thinking about so many things at one time, but you need to focus at one thing at a time. It's not going to hold you back. It's just going to give you more clarity and organization in your life. Because like I said, there's a move involved. It shows going across the waters. And I like to show people, you see how the water has so many ridges here. It's so imbalanced. And just like you look cold and weary and just tired of the status quo. And because of you clearing your path, you're going to start seeing things you may not have seen before. This is what I'm telling you. You're going to see things you haven't seen before. Because when you look at that picture and you see so much in the future, and look how the water is so much smoother over this way. This shows all the turmoil and the issues that you have had. And it's frustrating, and you're tired of going down the same waters. So now you're taking yourself and your family and you say, you know what? I'm out of here. I want more for myself, and I see myself gaining more by leaving the situation that I'm in. And you notice this was the first card to show you that it's necessary for you to have this move. This move is going to take you to higher ground because you notice that you're moving away from the waves and you're going somewhere more beautiful, someplace where you'll be happier, somewhere where you feel you'll be more appreciated and could continue on your grind. But it doesn't have to be that hard, that difficult. See that water? So you're leaving this behind. So it shows you taking that step, making that move. Then you come in with your Queen of Wands, and you know the power you possess. You know that you're equipped to climb higher. You're optimistic about the future. You're wanting more for yourself and from your life. And you just see yourself somewhere else. You know why? Because you're traveling. You're making a move soon. Everything is going to fall in line for you. Even the justice, the issue that you're having with the courts, all will fall in line. I see you getting through and accepting it, whatever challenges are placed before you, but at least you'll have a peace of mind to know you've resolved this issue. This issue will allow you to continue growing and moving forward. And the work that you're putting in, you're just in motion all the time because you feel if you stop, things won't get ahead. This way, you know that you're placing action, intentional action behind your words. And you're celebrating. When you're celebrating, you're experiencing joy in your life. You celebrating overcoming hurdles, being on another level, being able to see the possibilities, having options placed before you. This is a celebrational time. And no matter what's come at you, you've taken the punches and you're like, you know what, I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm not going to stay stuck. That's not your motto. That's not happening for you. You'll go through the storms. You might cry a little bit, but you know what? You bounce back. You find your way and you make up your mind and you say, you know what? Today is a new day for me to conquer what I need to conquer. You absorb all the lessons that were put out there for you to pick up on. And you're finding your true self. It's a lot of work. People think it's easy. It's not easy. Going through storms, it kind of deflates you. It makes you feel that you can't get ahead. And sometimes you just want to sit there like, I'm so sick of this. Why me? Why me? That's when you focus on what you're aiming for. And figure out, if I asked you right now, how far is it to get to what you want? Are you able to say, down the block, around the corner, and 2 streets up? What can you say according to your organizational skills as to where you are now and where you want to go? If you focus more on that, you'll be able to overcome all the other stuff that's on your path because you have an exit strategy. You have a plan for the future. You're looking forward. You're optimistic. You're building upon. But if you're just sitting there stagnant and blaming life and its circumstances that have not turned in your favor, you're wasting time. We only have one life to live, people. One life. And how you organize and set that life up will explain who you are. If somebody was with you in 2000, and here it is 2023, and they don't see a change in you, any form of growth, you are to blame. But if you could look as well as other people and say, you were here in 2000, but in 2023, wow, you have elevated, you have gained so much. But if you're in the same place, in the same situation, crying the same woes, you're not growing. You're existing. You can't blame other people for your misery because there's got to be an option available for you to be a better you, for you to stabilize. And you know what's a good thing? You're doing it. You're doing it. You just have learned that certain places may be better for your continuous growth. So when you're moving on, you're just not moving, you're moving up because you're looking at things from a different lens. You're seeing beyond the here and now and what the possibilities can, shall, and probably is going to happen, manifesting it. But when your ideas are coming together, your energy is boiling on fire because you see the potential and that's what you're focused on. You yourself have the key to open those doors you always wanted to walk through because you're taking things seriously and by storm, and you're planning things out for your growth, for you to be better. And when you know better, you do better. And recognize that for what it is. You are in your element right now. And you know that the possibilities are there. But you know what? You sense a little apprehension because even though you may know that these possibilities can fall in line for you and what you're seeking, you also have this fear that things won't pan out. But you won't know until you try it. Has anybody ever made you try a certain food that you swore you were not going to eat, and they made you try it and you ended up liking it more than them? You have to be able to set a map out for yourself. And you try different things. You take different routes. You leap into action with new ideas and new ways of completing your assignments and tasks. New isn't always bad. And you're realizing this now because you're stepping out into new waters, new heights that's elevating you for growth. And it seems like it's so much for you at one time because you don't mind trying new things. You love adventures, but you like as much information as possible before you take that leap. And right now, because you're very inquisitive, I see you always asking questions, asking questions, asking questions. You like to learn new things. And you're feeling yourself right now because you're coming into your stability. You're able to get on your grind. You're starting to be able to save some money. You're starting to look out to the horizon and seeing that you're not a one-trick pony. You want to be able to gallop around in different directions and different areas, venues, and look at things through a different perspective. You're willing to take that leap of faith now because you're getting more in tune with yourself and realizing that you don't want to live in fear. You want to live with possibilities, with opportunities. And it took a minute for you. I mean, this pandemic didn't help either. A lot of things as you would normally have done it had changed and you couldn't do it. But now you're starting to develop your skills again and realizing this too shall pass. And you're celebrating. You're gaining additional people in your life that can help you elevate. So your hard work is paying off. It is paying off. And you moved away from where you weren't happy. You settle your case. It's going to come out in your favor. Even though there's some questions that need to still be answered, there's going to be a balance with it. Okay? A balance with it where they will get what they want and you will get what you want. Amicable. But that transpires this month. So you were heartbroken and then you realize that that person didn't deserve your heart. You've been through the worst of it. People have come after you and stabbed you in the back, and you say, you know what? I'm turning over a new leaf. Out with the old, in with the new. New beginnings coming your way. Significant changes. And you will be happy with the results. That's why you just look at things and you say, you know what? I could control up to this point, and I am praying to my source that he controls or she controls the rest. You don't want to be stuck in a rut and depressed and wallowing in self-pity. Sometimes things work out, sometimes they don't. But in your case, you're seeing the progress. You're seeing how far you've come. And you have tangible items that can validate what you believed all along. So look at this as a cleansing this month. You're going to shut down cases. You're going to take that move. You're going to grow in your career or your job opportunity. You're going to get back up after a fall. You're going to realize that if somebody truly cares about you, they'll do what they need to do to prove their love. That's how you look at it. And if they don't do it, they must not care. And if they want to be able to speak to you, they better find a way, because you've blocked them every which way. So I say to you, take things with a grain of salt. Don't beat yourself up. Look to the future. Recognize that everybody goes through things. Healing is part of the process. Feeling, let go of the old, in with the new. You have a lot of possibilities coming your way. We're going to check you on love soon, too, to find out what's happening, Geminis. What's going on? Anyway, just listen. You're going to be fine financially. You're going to be stable. You're making a move. You're getting over heartbreak. You're placing action, intentional action behind your words. And you're coming together with others because there's a lot to celebrate. You're going to be part of something bigger than yourself. Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise. Be inspired to rise. Thank you so much, Geminis, for stopping by. Thank you for being a part of the channel. Thank you guys for your support. You are appreciated. Till we meet again, talk soon. Can't tell you everything. Have a good one. Take care and talk soon.